what is the biggest mental challenge you have faced as entrepreneur? Vangelis, would you like to start with this one?
Sure. It kind of segues from what both of you were mentioning earlier. Every one of us have our own unique path. And what that started meaning for me is, I'll give you an example. I would have all these ideas about doing things. And when I first started, people would say, well, we've never done it like this, and this is how you do it, and you're too young to know how business works and so forth. And I would have a certain way that I would do things, and then it would end up happening really well for me. But I didn't follow the process that everyone told me to. And the challenge was to think, well, why am I thinking about this differently? Is there something that's I'm not seeing or whatever? And I realized it's not a matter of being right or wrong. It's a matter of you following your vision, following what you know inside. And Daniel mentioned earlier about in his head. I didn't even know what that meant to be in my head. I had no idea. People would say, you're in your head all the time. And it wasn't until years later that someone helped me to realize, oh, wait, well, how do you feel? What's in your heart? Well, I don't know. I've never been taught to think from my heart. Oh, because in fact, I was conditioned, don't go by how you feel. You have to look at the facts. You have to look at logic and all that stuff. So it was totally opposite as the way I was taught. So I had to reel it all the way different and say, all right, how do I feel about this? And then I would see these people like Richard Branson and Laura from Shark Tank, and they would say, yeah, I use my gut. Well, don't you read statistics? Well, yeah, I do, but I use my gut, how I feel. And I thought, oh, gosh. So that's how I started getting out of my head and into my heart. And how do you feel? And I started realizing the things that I started hearing from my heart about how to do something, the process, the method, the procedure, that changed things totally in my life.